Hey everybody, this is Anthony White, the Orange Tie Guy, for my first official video that I am actually pretty okay with. Um, I've struggled for a long time trying to create these vlogs and create something out of nothing, because I'm one of those people that focuses far too much on perfection and trying to get it so it's perfectly set in stone for things. I mean, you can see behind me, when it comes to, my background, like tables and stuff all around me. You can see my mic in here. This is stuff I'm not a big fan of. I did broadcast journalism in college. And I even did a lot of, well, I'll just say a lot of other media type stuff and got into it. And so maybe that's kind of tainted me. But I'm super passionate about people, about relationships, specifically about dating, because I think there's a plague in the world today when it comes to dating. And I have created over the last 15 years a concept called celestial dating, and I love it. In fact, I'm often talking about it. In fact, I've had to come to the real fruition that that is the most talked about subject in my coaching career and consulting career is celestial dating. Even though I've helped married couples, even though I've helped, individuals and their families when it comes to their relationships, celestial dating has been the concept of where people have asked me to talk or they've inquired about it. And me being a divorcee, in the dating realm again, is something where I am implementing this on a day-to-day basis. So am I an expert at this? No, I'm not. Am I a master at it? No, I'm not. It's something, would I be divorced if that was the case? I don't know. I don't delve into that realm too often, but it is a lesson and something that I've learned from. I'm grateful for the experience to be able to be married to a woman that I loved and who loved me. But it's heartbreaking to realize having lost a best friend, or what I thought was a best friend, or who I thought was a best friend. And it's something where I am, again, not an expert when it comes to dating. I'm not a master at the trade, but I have learned things, so many things in the last 20 years of my life. And I am constantly implementing these, and I'm seeing these in the lives of others. And so for me, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty and the specific details, I am wanting to share this with other people so that they don't either have to go through what I experienced through divorce, or to be able to go through a frustrating experience in relationships, whether it's dating, whether it's courtship or boyfriend-girlfriend situation, engagement, whatever it is. And I've gone through these experiences quite a bit. And in the experiences, I've realized the only true effective way to date someone is unconditionally, meaning that you do not set standards or labels on someone that you're getting to know. And it's almost sounds unbelievable, or as a fallacy, or that it's not effective, but that's where you're wrong. The people that I have talked to that are, 50 years married and in love still, those are people that love each other unconditionally, meaning they didn't set an expectation on the other person. And that's something I see, unfortunately, far too often today. And in fact, the whole Hallmark garbage and stuff, that drives me nuts, because it's usually something on a fake, and it's an imaginary fantasy of, hey, he's the perfect guy, or she's the perfect girl, or blah, blah, blah. There is no such thing. There's no such thing as a perfect guy or a perfect girl. But when it comes down to it, I have realized there is a perfect one for you. And it's the one who loves you regardless of what you do or who you are. They accept you for you, and vice versa. That's called a best friend. And for me, having experienced and unfortunately gone through a divorce, I want to marry a best friend. I want to find someone that I can date and get to know. She's not going to put on an act. I'm not going to put on an act for me. I'm a very optimistic guy when it comes down to it. But when I'm talking about a sobering subject like dating, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to intimacy, and I'm not talking about physical intimacy, I'm talking about intimacy of the heart, intimacy of actually being vulnerable and allowing yourself to be known by the other person and not putting on a mask or a front. Because that's what usually first dates are. Somebody trying to impress another person. And that's a bunch of garbage. You're not going to get anywhere with that. You may get somewhere, like, but as far as longevity, as far as forever, something I call celestial because it's eternal. It's something up in the sky. It's something that burns and it's bright. A celestial sphere up in the heavens. When you go out there, outer space, like these celestial spheres are burning and they are luminescent. That's what the sun is. Stars aren't, celestial in my opinion. Those are a lot less. But when you see the sun and it burns and you feel the warmth, that's what celestial dating is. It's the ability to be able to have that mindset, to be able to approach dating in the concept of being confident, to be able to approach a guy or approach a girl and to be able to say, you know what, I'm ready to actually make a friend, to actually build a relationship. And not just that, but to let them be who they are. So I'm not mandating or expecting anything from them, and me being me. I'm just going to be me. And I use this term all the time, and it's kind of a terrible one, but what if he picks his nose and eats it? Are you willing to accept that? What if, she goes to the bathroom and doesn't wash her hands after, ever? It's like, I use these analogies and some people are like, ew, gross, right? It's pretty it's pretty graphically gross if you're an imaginative person. But reality check is this, is that I am here as Anthony White, the orange tie guy. I'm here to give a perspective, to be able to enable those who aren't getting any results in the dating life, in the dating realm, to be able to give a perspective to add to what you already know or don't know, to really give you something so that you can use it in your own life, so you can step forward in building a relationship with somebody else, so that you can actually make a friend, so you can have the confidence to say yes to someone you have been waiting to have asked you on a date, or to be able to have the confidence to ask that beautiful woman on a date and you're just terrified. But I got to tell you, ladies, when it comes down to it, I know, simple and straight to the point, that confidence is not just for the men in the asking. Confidence is in you. Also, being a confident woman, that's attractive. That's what draws men in, literally. It doesn't matter if you're physically attractive, spiritually attractive, verbally attractive, emotionally. Confidence, when it radiates from you and you have that self-security, that is a glorious thing. And it is awesome because that's what attracts me. I've got friends that I had never considered taking on a date or dating. And then all of a sudden there was this, you know what? I want to take you on a date, get to know you better. It was nothing intimate. It was nothing romantic. It was nothing about, hey, I'm going to hook up with this chick. No, nothing like that. It was literally just you know what? I have more of a desire to get to know her, to be able to be more of a friend. And the problem that a lot of people have is they cannot just see the reality and the ability that a friend dating or going on a date with a friend to see if they could be best friends. And if they accept each other for who they are, and then they fall in love or grow in love. I hate the term fall in love. You're not tripping over anything. But when you grow in love and you become more close together, more synergized, if you will, all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, like you're everything I've been looking for in a mate, in a companion, especially one that's a celestial, a burning, bright, luminescent, warm feeling, accepting relationship. Well, I'm getting too far into the doctrine and the principles that I love to teach, but I have to tell you, celestial dating is the way to go. It's the way to be able to find friends, to be able to get to know them. It's funny because like when me and my boys hang out, we go and see movies or we go out to eat, we, throw a barbecue or something like that. But guess what? We get to know each other. The whole point of it is to do something together, to get to know each other, we become closer friends that way. It's like, why can't you do that with the opposite sex? Why can't you take a girl on a date without it being like a romantic, emotion fulfilled kind of a thing. Why can't you just get to know her? Why can't girls just get to know guys and have it not be oh, I'm interested in him. Yeah, let's rock the boat. No, it's not that. It is getting to know someone. And I honestly can tell you, and almost promise every single one of you, if you take the mentality and the approach in dating, in the celestial dating mentality, that you date only for friendship, this has nothing to do with marriage. Nothing. If you take that approach, I can guarantee you, you will find that one, that perfect one for you. Because all of a sudden you will open up and allow yourself to be you. And then all of a sudden, they are allowed to be them. And you can tell if somebody's fake or putting on a front. And then guess what? Nah, if you're not confident enough in being you, like I said, the nose picker or whatever, if you're not confident in being you, I don't want to be with you. Because I don't want to carry you through a marriage. I don't want to carry you, and I'm very doubt that you want to carry me through something. Two people being fake, and then, guess what? You court and date and wake up next to the person, and then it's like, who the world are you? No, you don't want that. You want a best friend, somebody who will love you more so and more passionately as that celestial couple or that celestial marriage, right? To be that married couple and to know them better than you know anybody else. They haven't hidden anything from you. They are the first person you want to go to with a problem. They're the first person to comfort you. That's what you want, a best friend. So guess what? Celestial dating, that's the path to find a best friend and to be a best friend. Well, I need to stop talking because this has already gone gone long enough. This is Anthony White, the Orange Tie Guy, and tune in, subscribe, because I'm definitely going to be giving a lot of information. Like I said, I'm not a master yet, but I'm in process. I'm somebody who's experienced in going through this, and I've seen the fruits of other people's lives, and I know and can guarantee that I'm going to get the same fruit because I'm looking for my best friend, and I'll definitely marry her for eternity. This is Anthony White, the Orange Tie Guy, signing off.